Bumfights is debatably the worst movie ever, so I'm gonna be reviewing all four of them in a series of videos. Bumfights for me falls into the category of it's so bad it's good, and I believe it's still worthy of a high quality review of the entire series, except for 4, I hate 4. This video will be broken up into multiple sections. Me reacting to the movie, me critiquing the movie, I'll mention the things I liked and didn't like about it, how it could have been improved, and then I'll give it a final rating at the end. For those who don't care about any of that and just want my rating, the first Bumfights movie is like a 5 out of 10. So I'm gonna give a quick explanation of the movie I'm reviewing. Bumfights: A Cause for Concern, or Bumfights 1, is a extremely low-quality movie made in the early 2000s in Los Angeles, I'm pretty sure. It was made primarily by a guy named Ryan and another guy named Ty Beeson that kind of just helped. It's basically just a collection of multiple videos of homeless people just like fighting. Yeah, so you know those videos on the internet of just homeless people beating the hell out of each other? It's an hour-long compilation of just that with terrible music in the background. I personally heard about Bumfights from a Minecraft YouTuber named Mr. Pancake. He mentioned it in one of his videos, so I watched all 4 of them out of curiosity. The Bumfights movies, that is. So, this review, it's gonna be pretty violent, there's gonna be a lot of bad language, because this movie is extremely violent. It's just homeless people beating the hell out of each other. So, viewer discretion is advised. But let's be real, no one cares about viewer discretion. You're still going to watch this. Even if there was like a video of someone being skinned alive, you would still watch this, let's be real. Anyways, insert cool editing intro, let's get on to the review. Okay, so the movie starts with a viewer discretion thing. This is hilarious. Violence is whack. Spread love, not hate. Coming from these people is wild. So, the movie opens with these 2 fat guys fighting in a bathroom. That's pretty cool. Sets the vibe for the rest of the movie. They, like, throw a trash can at each other. Then we get the actual intro to Bumfights. I'm just gonna let this play out so you'll, like, see it. So, it gets straight into the action, no time wasting, people fighting, it's great. We also get to see, like a little cameo from some of the characters in the future, like Rufus. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And we also see them, like, pasting their logo on some wall. So, up next we got this drunk guy. He shows up a couple times. So, our introduction to him is them setting his hair on fire. The people making this movie are so kind. Okay, so next we got our first full-on fight of the movie. So it's this black guy fighting this scrawny white kid. I personally have it for the black guy winning this when I watched this for the first time because he's way bigger. Oh yeah, the fight gets like brutal. He starts like stomping on the white kid's head. So, the next bit is probably the best representation of what these people are actually like. They get a beer bottle, and then they piss in it, and then they find some bum, and then they tell him the piss bottle is actually beer, and he just drinks it. How the hell doesn't he know that it's piss? Like, this guy's dumb, let's be real. Then we got these 2 Mexican dudes fighting, see. One mistake that one of the dudes made is, when the skinnier guy grappled him, he started punching him in the ribs at like a weird angle. What he should have done is just started down elbowing him in the ribs. That would have done way more damage, much more efficient angle. He's a dumbass, he should have done that. We also meet this woman. See, this woman's just the stripper that they use to do transitions in between clips. She's basically a main character, she shows up quite a lot, so remember her. So the next character we're about to meet is the greatest character in Bumfights history. Rufus, the stunt bum. Rufus is basically the Goku of the Bumfights universe. He's the main character. Very important. See, I watched the Cold Raven video about Bumfights, and he used a Dragon Ball analogy to describe most of the characters. I'll be doing the same thing, because that's a good analogy. Rufus, best character. Rufus and Donnie, they're basically Goku and Vegeta. The stripper is like Chi-Chi. Ryan is like Master Roshi, and Tybeson is like Boo. So here's some raw footage of Rufus for 10 seconds so you understand what this guy's about. That's my idol right there. Okay, so next we got T-Bone the crack dealer. See, T-Bone's pretty chill. He's kind of like Hit. No one really knows who he is, but the people that do like him. Nice guy. So after that section, we have the king himself, the Bomb Hunter! This guy is awesome. I love him. He's my idol. So what he does, you know that guy? Forgot his name. I'm a dumbass. He would like wrestle crocodiles and venomous snakes and stuff. Yeah, that guy. I think he was an Australian. I know he was killed by like a stingray, that guy. Steve Irwin, I'm pretty sure his name was. So the Bomb Hunter is like him, but instead of wrestling with alligators, it's like homeless people. Yeah, so he just finds bums, like, on the side of the road. He pins them to the ground, ties them up, takes their measurements, and just leaves. He's the go, I know. So, the first bum he hunts, a pretty big guy, puts up a fight, but the Bum Hunter, our glorious king, obviously manages to secure him. The second bum, he doesn't really put up a fight, he just kind of sits there, like all sad and stuff. They start like bullying him, but the second one's kind of sad. Then we get the outro.
Make sure you watch next week for another exciting episode of Bum Hunter, where we'll be traveling into black territory, where we're gonna be hunting the most dangerous bomb this side the Mississippi, the water fountain troll. You're in black territory.
Dude,
You're in black territory.
I just wanted
You're in black territory.
I'm not trying to.
Don't get all fuck
I'm
you up.
not trying to.
You want me to kill your ass?
I'm just asking
You want me to kill your ass?
Yeah.
So make sure you watch next week. I'm Steve Urban. Thank you for watching, and be safe.
Yes, I will, Bum Hunter. Yes, I will. Can't wait for that next episode. I love this guy. So, I'd say the Bum Hunter is kind of like Beerus. He doesn't show up much, but when he does, he steals the entire show. So, up next, we got this guy. So, he has a septum ring on his penis. Like a piercing. It looks disgusting. I can't show it for obvious reasons, so, we're just gonna move on. Okay, so up next, they find this thing that says Love the Sluts, and then they change it to Love the Sluts. This is probably the largest scale instance of vandalism that they commit. So then we meet the Alpha, the Sigma, Donnie. He's basically the Vegeta of Bumfights, secondary main character. So what he's doing is he's getting Bumfights tattooed on his forehead. I'm gonna get this tattoo, it looks beautiful. Next we got bum dentistry. So by dentistry, I mean they start ripping out homeless people's teeth with a pair of pliers. Yeah, same shit, same shit. So after that, Rufus gets so pissed he can't even walk, so that's pretty funny. So next we got Bling Bling the Crackhead and his beautiful, angelic music.
Peace. International bad boys and all the hoes.
It's like listening to the voice of an angel.
International.
So Bling Bling is basically the Gohan of the Bumfights universe. He's a pseudo main character, still pretty important. So his thing is that he's addicted to crack cocaine, that's his gimmick. So our introduction to him is him taking a in public, so I can't show this for obvious reasons, so I'm gonna describe it to you. It's green. It's like this diarrhea sludge that has the texture of like snot, and it's just pouring out of his ass. Dude, just snot oozing out of his ass. It's disgusting. It's green. It's a fluid. I have no idea what the hell Bling Bling has been eating to make look like that, but whatever it is, it's radioactive. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, so that's Bling Bling. So after that, we have another episode of The Bum Hunter. So this time, all he really does, he like ties bums up with duct tape. Then he starts like inspecting them. So after that, he gives some great advice.
Got out of there, had a real scary experience. If you see my hand here, when I was going in to actually wrap up that bum that we call Red, he got a hold of my pinky finger. My natural reaction would have been to pull back, but he could have ripped my arm straight off. Instead, I let it go with it. I fell into the fall, and my knee hit his head. He released his bite right on my finger. That was a crazy one there. That's the last time I'll ever make that mistake with Red. And next time, I got that mark on him, so I'll know to stay far away from him.
Thank you, Bum Hunter. That was a very useful lesson. So after that, some guy in a Scooby-Doo costume starts waving a dildo in front of some kids. Yeah, he should probably be in prison. Then we got some random shit, and this guy that starts kissing the camera. I don't even know what's happening anymore. So up next, we got some classic Rufus, destroying a gumball machine with a sledgehammer. Classic Rufus shenanigans. So him and Donnie are just absolutely ripping this thing apart. It's hilarious. Up next, Rufus just starts spray painting on random homeless people while they're sleeping. Like, going up to them, and then just riding a Bumfights crew on them while they're sleeping. One of them just accepts it. He's like, fine with it. It's weird. Then we got this girl in a minion costume fighting a bunch of middle schoolers. This movie's so confusing. And this dead deer smoking a cigarette. Yeah. For real, for real. Then the stripper bitch from earlier tries to, like, seduce Rufus, but he just completely ignores her like the Chad that Rufus is. Next, we got the epic battle between Rufus and Donnie. It's just like in Dragon Ball. It's happening. Yay! So, Big Rufus puts Donnie in a chokehold and then breaks his ankle. Then he, like, goes to the back where they were destroying the gumball machine and gets a hammer. Yeah. So Donnie wins, low diff. This isn't a very long fight. Then they call an ambulance for Donnie. After that, we got pictures of dead animals, some Rufus shenanigans, and Rufus wheeling around Donnie, because he's in a wheelchair now, because, his ankle's all twisted in a circle. Then we get some ads for the other movies in the Bumfights collection. I don't care about them. And that's it, the movie's over. So you're probably thinking, hey, some autistic kid. Bumfights is illegal to own in the UK. How did you watch it? Let's just say I have my ways. So, this movie was pretty good. Okay, that's a lot. It's not good, but it is pretty important culturally, and it is extremely unique, so I'd recommend it to everyone watching this video. I'd say the best aspect about this movie was the sheer absurdity of it. It isn't ashamed to be itself, it didn't care about censorship or anything like that. The worst aspect was everything else. Honestly, I don't feel like this movie could be improved. It just is what it is. It's meant to be terrible. That's the point. 5 out of 10. It's mid, but in a good way. So, in a couple weeks, I will drop my review for Bumfights 2. So my plan is I'm gonna go back to making shorts and start uploading on TikTok because some girl said that I should probably go do that. So yeah, a couple weeks from now we'll get volume 2. I'll get around to it. Remember to unsubscribe, dislike the video, and leave death threats in the comments. This has been Nobody, and I've gooned to Rufus.